Okay, so I've got a lot of comments about this rat hole here on some previous videos when we did a raid on it. Alright, so these are the chords, 42 and 54.4. This is the general area. Anyone that plays Ark should know where this is, on Centaur, near the swamp. So pretty much it's just in this little hole here. And you just walk in, if I can. You come in here, just a little quick preview of the cave. You got this little section here. You can put some velos in here, depends on what you're wanting to do. But the one thing about this area is it has this little wall. Now, on MTS, this is not classed as having mesh turrets, as some people may call it. As you can see, you can have here and onto there. Because when we raided this base, they had a turret tower, or not a turret tower, but a little pillbox inside this little segment here. And they had full like generator, turrets and everything. You may have seen it when I tried rocketing. I'll probably put it on the screen now.
Oh, can you...
The turrets are meshed.
Blow this foundy in front of me.
But pretty much, like I was talking to the devs and they did nothing about it. They said, well, not the devs, but like the MTS admin, sorry, just to clarify. And yeah, so pretty much this isn't really classed as having mesh turrets. So it makes this area, this location kinda a little bit more broken, because you can have some up here and then they obviously look out the front door. So carrying on, we have this little corridor here. You can have your another little generator box in there that'll power the turrets up here. You can also have some turrets just along in here. Now it is a little bit sketchy on MTS because of their anti-mesh system. So when you're walking through here, sometimes it can bug you out and just like glitch you out. You have red writing all over your screen, and that's just it's just what you got to expect building in here. And yeah, this is pretty much it. You got this little main area in here. This is where you're gonna have your little death wall here. But like what you want to do is you want to get heavies down as soon as you can, because if you have autos in here, it's going to be easily runnable. That's how we rated the base on here before. And yeah, so pretty much I'm going to have like a main base in here, crafting station and all. I'll show you how to build it up from start to finish. So just in here, I'm going to be making it a main hatching area as well, because pretty much this is where all your main turrets want to be. If all your main turrets over here are gone, you don't want this being your main base, because they can easily just run around the corner here and just rocket run your turrets. So if you have a main base in here, it's not really that well protected. And yeah, so this is pretty much the best like way to have your base, is just to have your hatchery over here where you raise all your dinos, because you can have gigas in here. It'll go through the ceiling and it won't really interfere with your base. So pretty much you're just gonna have the little base over here. Now get started on the build. Alright boys, so the base in there is pretty much just done, built, and I just want to like just quickly say something before we actually enter. Pretty much what makes this base kind of broken as well is you can literally just stack as many cliff plats as you, or actually not as many, but you can place 3 next to each other. That's the limit. But pretty much that makes, I think it's 90 C4 each cliff plat while you're offline. So that's going to be very tedious for a raider to get through all of these. And like if they blow, yeah, so that second one, you could have some turrets here, and it'll pretty much just like surprise them when they blow it. I don't think they'll notice that there's turrets through there, but you can pretty much just have that while you're offline. So that's like 270 C4 that they've got to go through just to even think about raiding your base. And then they'll be surprised with these turrets down here. So as I said before, these aren't really classed as mesh turrets. I've just put 5 here, it's just a quick example. And like you can do more if you want. It's just completely up to you and what you want to put into this base. So this is pretty much just like give you an example of how you should build it. This corridor needs to be really long. You need to make sure you have some turrets here just to like stop people from running through, or like trying to line a side, or because people are cheeky, they'll try find like a little corner or something, and then they'll try like tech rifle down there or something, but that shouldn't happen if you have them here. But yeah, you also want to have your best turrets in this little area here, because as you can see they get a direct shot down the tunnel. That's pretty much, so you don't want to, if you're starting off and you got like your normal autos, and then you got like maybe 1 or 2 heavies, depending how hard you grind on your first day, pretty much get your heavies in this little here, just looking down the corridor. Have it on the bottom level, the heavies as well, maybe your autos up here, because the auto, if you have like these turrets up here, see, they're like don't have exactly like clear vision, unlike these like couple turrets here. But pretty much once you get into tech, it's going to be very easy to protect this base, because if you have tech turrets, of course, it's just going to be a complete they won't be able to flak run it, and the only way they're going to be able to raid is with turtles, because it'll just keep pushing them back and they just won't be able to get through. And yeah, moving on, so we come in here, this is very generic. Don't mind about the cables, don't know why they're not disappearing, the outlets are gone, they're all tucked away. But pretty much, yeah, you just have like a hatchery in the corner, you just have your basic cooking and all that down here. You can have like an industrial cooker here. It's completely up to you, like I'll let you go crazy with whatever you want to do. Yeah, just this is your basic cooking room. Whatever you want to do over here, I won't have a clue. You could probably just put snails or dung beetles locked up in that corner, but basically up here is your main room. You're going to have your crafting station in here, you got your 2 smithies, and then you have pretty much with these crafting stations in the corner, you just want to put all your thatch, like fiber, or like your really bad materials that are really easy to gather and that you just have literally a lot of. And you have your crafting, no, not your crafting, sorry, your chemistry bench. Then right here you're looking at your fabricator, and if you want to access the industrial forge, you just got to crouch and just look. So you can see you can turn it on and off, and you can actually access the forge. And another thing with this is the forges, you can stack them inside of each other, and then whenever you want to do your metal runs, you just transfer from outside the base, just use that, use your transfer tool, and you just transfer metal in and out of your forges. So it doesn't really matter if you have access to them, just if you're going to stack them, make sure the forges that you're placing like on top of each other are further back behind the actual forge that you have here, because you're still going to want to be able to access your forge, like cook up your gas and all that, and you still want one forge to access pretty much. And yeah, of course you've got your unlimited cryos, they all read, like you can access all of them. The mesh up here doesn't seem to be as bugged, like I think you can, yeah, I don't know what happened, but pretty much in here you just have like a crafting station or something just up the top here, just for like if you go kill someone, you don't want to sort it out, you just like to kind of have it as like a little dump box, and then later on organize it throughout your vaults. But yeah, pretty much like I've just blocked off the ceiling as well. There's quite a bit more room that you can have above there, as you can see. It's like another floor and a half. Yeah, this is a pretty good little base spot. Like, I'm not saying it is really good. And this is like your main hatchery area. The reason why I got a wall up here is just so while you like start building up and you still have autos, or as I like to say, pea shooters, they can't just run in here and then run straight in here and just like try to get some sort of like line of sight on your turrets or something, because I don't know, people are just cheeky. They tend to find blind spots and just do whatever they want with it. So I wouldn't really put turrets on here, because if like you can just go crazy with your like how many turrets you want here. This is just to give you an example. But yeah, just have like your pterodons underneath, your RGs on top, and if you're gonna have like theries or trikes, just like have them just, I mean, you can just do whatever you want. This is just your raise, like where you're gonna raise your dinos, have your breeders in there, and then just have the hatchery collecting your thing constantly. And it's good to have a lot of fridges, because once the hatchery is actually full, you can put them all in your fridge. And just keep them up for a later date for like a mass hatching or something. But yeah, that's pretty much it. This is the Rathole next to pretty much where Shane and I have built on main official. We did a raid on it. If you guys want to look at the raid that we did on the thing, it'll be linked up on the top right of the video. And yeah, have a good one.